Thank you for the enthusiasm. If you could please rise for the singing of our national anthem, our performance of our national anthem by our very own LHS band and orchestra. You may be seated. Good afternoon, family and friends of the class of 2024. My name is Thomas Cottle, and I have the privilege of serving as principal of Lindbergh High School. On behalf of the Renton School District, welcome to the commencement exercises of the 50th graduating class of Lindbergh High School. Please help me welcome some of our distinguished guests who are with us this morning. First, from the Renton School District Board of Directors, we have Board President Dr. Stephanie McIrvin, Director Dr. Avanti Bergwis, and Director Ms. Pam Teal. We are also honored to have from the Renton School District our Superintendent, Dr. Damian Patnod, Chief of Technology and Strategic Initiatives, Dr. Ellen Dorr, and Chief of Secondary Schools, Ms. Joya Pitts. Finally, from Lindbergh High School, we have our two assistant principals, Mr. Colin Falk and Ms. Fong Tran. At this time, please welcome our student speakers, Diego and Elliot, to the stage for opening remarks.
Good afternoon, faculty, families, and of course, my fellow graduates. As we gather here today to celebrate the culmination of our high school journey, I am deeply honored to stand before you today as your senior class president. Looking back on our time together, we've experienced moments of joy, triumph, and even some challenges. Yet, through it all, we've grown, learned, and formed unbreakable bonds. I want you all to think back to the first day of freshman year. The unknown of logging onto Zoom, the unknown of how the school year was going to go. No one knew how our high school career was going to go due to the complications with COVID. But in spite of all that, we sit here today, eager to walk on stage and close this chapter of our lives. But take a second to look back and focus on the good times we had and cherish those memories. I remember walking into the building for the first time after the pandemic and almost having to relearn how to be social with people again. I'm sure many of you have had a similar experience. But fast forward a couple years, and here I am today, standing before you. I would like to take a second to thank some people that got me to this position. But before I do that, I want you all to think about somebody you'd like to thank as well. Now, I would like to thank Mr. Hoskins for always being there for me and having easily the most fun class available at Lindbergh. I would also like to thank Ms. Park and Ms. Wilhite for helping me through the year regarding ASB. Also, thanks Ms. Park for being the best advisor. I would like to thank my fellow class officers, Kate Margaret Conception, Valencia Johnson, Rashenda Garcia, and Finnegan McKeag, and the entirety of the Adastra Choir, who is over there. I'd like to thank my mom and my dad, because without them, I wouldn't be here today. Lastly, I would like to thank the families that are here today. Thank you for your unwavering support, love, and encouragement. You have made it possible for this day to happen. As we step into the next chapter of our lives, let's carry the lessons we've learned and the memories we've made with us. Let's embrace the future with optimism, determination, and a commitment to making a positive impact on the world around us. Class of 2024, I encourage each of you to trace your dreams fearlessly, to be bold in your pursuits, and to never underestimate the power you hold to make a difference in the world. I'm immensely proud to have served as your senior class president. Congratulations. As we embark on this journey, may we always remember where we came from and the endless possibilities that lie ahead. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Lindbergh Eagles. No, I'm just kidding. Good afternoon, families, friends, faculty, and most importantly, good afternoon to the Lindbergh High School class of 2024. My name is Diego Dumlau, and I've had the honor of serving as the Lindbergh High School ASB president this school year. You know, people would always ask me, what school do you go to? And I would simply tell them, oh, Lindbergh High School over in Renton. And that would be met with a variety of responses, such as, where? Or, oh, yikes. And now early on in my high school years, I would answer with a, yeah, I know. But throughout my 4 years at Lindbergh, my views have completely changed. Sure, Lindbergh may not be the biggest school in the district, or the most affluent, or even have the best athletic programs, but we are so much more. Lindbergh, we are diverse. We are strong, we are brave, and we are resilient. We have fought against so much adversity with racial inequalities all over our country, rapidly increasing inflation rates, and of course, the COVID-19 pandemic, putting a pause on all of our lives, providing us with so much uncertainty about how high school would look for us, and making us question whether we would even be standing on this stage here today. As I said, returning to high school after the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic made us question how high school would look for us. Freshman year was a blur, a year that many of us would like to forget. But it was the beginning of a legacy that the class of 2024 would leave behind here at Lindbergh. Then came the return to in-person school our sophomore year. With this also came our very first homecoming, which we sold over 500 tickets, the most in Lindbergh history at the time. And as time went on, that number continued to get larger. School spirit began to grow, and once again, there was a sense of community here at Lindbergh. More and more people began to go to events like tailgates, sporting events, and assemblies. And yes, this can be partially credited to the classes of 2022 and 2023, but in my eyes, all the credit goes to the class of 2024 for being willing since sophomore year to enter this new space and be able to adapt to the culture of high school while also acting as role models to the younger classes, despite losing the entirety of our freshman year. Now when I'm asked the question, what school do you go to? It's no longer answered with embarrassment, but now with pride. It's answered with I go to Lindbergh High School. Class of 2024, we made it. Yes, the years of making sure we get our math sheets turned in on time, Mr. Mike's obnoxiously loud whistle blowing in the halls, and waiting 15 minutes in the lunch line are finally over. It's time for us to enter the next chapter of our lives, the real world. No more warning bells, no more late passes, and no more, as Miss Coward would say, babying. Trust me, I know it sounds scary, but class of 2024, you must remember that we all had the strength to survive an entire global pandemic. If we can make it through that, then we can make it through anything. Class of 2024, I'll leave you with one last thing. Never be satisfied. Yes, high school is amazing, and we'll all have lifelong memories from our time here. But despite what so many people will tell you, high school is not the best 4 years of your life. For example, If you live an 80-year-long life, high school would only account for 5% of that. Yes, only 5%. So do not leave here today thinking that high school is the end of the road for you, because it's not. We are all destined to do great things in this world, and our education at Lindbergh has prepared us for that journey. Class of 2024, don't be afraid to chase your dreams, pursue your passions, and most importantly, have fun while doing it. Thank you for your time, and finally, have a great day, Lindbergh, and remember, you are the eagle. Caw-caw!
Well done, gentlemen. I would now like to introduce our award-winning Ad Astra Choir. They will be performing Love Song by Darman Meter. It is now my honor to once again introduce Dr. Damian Patnod, Superintendent of the Renton School District, who has special remarks for the class of 2024.
Before I begin, if we can give one more round of applause to the student speakers, Diego and Elliot, as well as the choir. So as I say each and every year, it is an honor to stand before you this afternoon as the superintendent of the Renton School District to recognize and celebrate Lindbergh High School's graduating class of 2024. But as I'm well aware to both the students here as well as to the families and friends in the audience, you want me to hurry the heck up so we can get to the students, so I will keep my remarks very, very brief. But where I do always want to begin, and I think on any momentous and significant occasion, I believe it is always important to begin with thank yous. To the family and friends with us today, thank you for your love, time, support, encouragement, and discipline that you have provided and was critical to helping get these students here this afternoon. To the outstanding staff at Lindbergh and to the staff who worked with these future graduates in middle, elementary, and even preschool, thank you for your professionalism as well as your commitment to serving our students and families. And finally, another group that I believe it is very important to honor this afternoon are to all the people who actually helped to put on this graduation. So to the staff and to the drivers who drove everything out here today, to everyone who is behind the scenes right now that is deserving of recognition in front of today's audience, thank you for your hard work in pulling together everything so that our students and families can have a wonderful experience that caps off their time at LHS. If we could please give those individuals a round of applause. And now to the reason why we are here, the seniors. And each year, when I try to think up remarks, it can be tough. This is my 12th commencement address I've given. And you always want to think about something new to talk about, but I really didn't know what to talk about until last Wednesday, about an hour before my school board meeting, when a past graduate of the Renton School District and one of my former students gave me a call. And I'd coached him over 20 years ago, and he calls me about once or twice a month. And for this call, like we always do, we bantered back and forth and cracked jokes and caught up. And then I asked him how he was doing. And he would call me Coach P, but he said, thank you for asking, Coach P. I normally deflect because I don't want to talk about it. And during this conversation, he cried 3 or 4 times. But right after he said that, he started crying and he said, it's hard. And the reason I asked is because I knew he had been diagnosed with cancer. He told me how he had lost a tremendous amount of weight. He didn't want me to see him. He said he was nothing but bones. And during that conversation last Wednesday, a word he repeated 5 or 6 times was the word time. In his case, he was mentioning about how fast time goes. He talked about how his late father prepared him to be a man, but he shared how he did not know how to deal with this life-altering diagnosis. And while he did not say it directly, he definitely got across the message to me about how he wants more time to spend with his mother, more time to spend with his brothers, more time to accomplish the goals he has set forth for his life. And as we wrapped up the conversation, one of the last things he said to me was, P, I'm not going to give up. And since that conversation last Wednesday, I kept coming back to that word that he repeated, time. Today is your time to celebrate your accomplishments, your time to look to your future. Yet it is important to remember that time is something we never seem to have enough of. As I always say, time is something that seems to move faster the older you get. And as one of your fellow graduates shared at an event I was at this school year, He said, "I never know how much time I will have, so I want to be organized and to try to get the most out of each day." So I don't know if the last 4 years went fast or slow for you, or if the past 13 years were a blur or a slog. But what I do know is today will turn to tomorrow. This graduation will soon become a memory, just like your first day of kindergarten, your first day of middle school, and your first day of high school. Make sure to spend the time you are blessed to have celebrating your accomplishments. Make sure to spend the time you are blessed to have with loved ones. Make sure to spend the time you are blessed to have in laughter and joy. And make sure to spend the time you are blessed to have getting the most out of each day. I wish you the very best on your journey. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Patnod. Up next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Thomas Cottle. That's me. It's my opportunity to say a couple words to the class of 2024. First off, I also would like to echo Dr. Patnog and say thank you to the Eagle families and friends. I'm honored to stand before you this afternoon to recognize and celebrate these amazing human beings sitting before us. Soon, these LHS students will complete one of the final formal processes of their high school career when they walk across this stage and receive their empty diploma covers. How many of you, raise your hand, thought you were actually getting your diploma today? Be honest. There was a couple of you because you asked me. The march through 13 years of education was not accomplished alone. Please take a moment to celebrate the numerous people in the audience today who were part of your story. To the families and friends here with us or watching the live stream, and to the LHS staff, thank you all that you have done to support our students, to encourage, support, and at times coerce and push to achieve greater heights than what you all thought you were capable of. Your 4 years of high school was not a typical one. As already referenced, your freshman year started out online, and if it wasn't for the fact that most of you came from Nelson, you probably wouldn't know anybody's name. The growth each of you has shown from 9th to 12th should be both a source of pride and an example of what you are capable of achieving. You've navigated a post-pandemic education filled with Zoom, masks, and desks that were 6 feet apart. You've developed an awareness of your own mental health, and you've built skills to care for yourself. Of course, you still took on the typical challenges of high school, rigorous coursework, dating and relationships, balancing academics and athletics, clubs, work, family obligations, and everything else. And all the while, you demonstrated the Lindbergh mentality, and you worked to create a culture of school pride that is setting the table for the classes to follow you. For that, you should be proud. You've demonstrated a skill that maybe you're not aware of, but I'm going to call it out for you. When I was in basic training, my drill sergeant said to us literally hundreds of times a day that we have to adapt and overcome. And you all have demonstrated that time and time again during your 4 years of high school. Class of 24, you're the first class that I've had the privilege of being with for all 4 years of your high school life, and you all will always hold a very special place in my heart. Even though I wasn't able to tell everyone's name to a face until like the end of your 10th grade year for some. Congrats, I couldn't be more proud of you. I'm excited to release you out into the world and for you to do amazing things. During your journey, I hope you encounter people who aren't exactly like you. In fact, when that happens, it should remind you of being at home in Renton at Lindbergh High School. If you didn't know, the Tacoma News Tribune recently recognized the city of Renton as the 16th most diverse city in America. So one final time, as you know, I like to end all public speaking engagements, staff meetings, etc., before you transition from student to alumni. I just want to tell you, go Eagles. That was louder than I thought. And for Mr. Falk, this is for you. Caw. Congratulations, seniors. Class 2004. I love you guys very much. Come back and visit. Let us know how you're doing. Cheers, team. At this time, please welcome Renton School Board President, Dr. Stephanie McGurban.
All right, y'all. All right. Okay. Hello? Oh. That's why it was up. There we go. Good afternoon, graduates, families, and friends. On behalf of the Renton School Board, it is an honor to be with you today. To our graduates, congratulations. You've reached a significant milestone, and we could not be prouder. As you step into the next chapter of your life, I want to remind you of our 3 guiding principles of service, excellence, and equity. Service is at the heart of a thriving community. As you go forward, remember that true success is measured not by personal achievements, but by the positive impact you make on others. Whether you pursue a career, higher education, or some other new adventure, find ways to serve your community. Excellence is about striving to be the best version of yourself, constantly learning, growing, and pushing beyond your limits. Never settle for mediocrity. And finally, in a world that is and often feels divided, commit to creating inclusive environments where everyone has the opportunity to succeed. Stand up for fairness, be a voice for positive change, and work towards a future where equity is not just an aspiration, but a reality. And today, you are not just graduates. You are future leaders, innovators, and change makers. Please carry these principles with you and let them guide your journey. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Dr. Bergquist, if you could please join me. As principal of Lindbergh High School, and by the power vested in me by the Renton School District Board of Directors and the state of Washington, I am pleased to present the 50th graduating class of Lindbergh High School, and I certify that they have met all district and state requirements for graduation.
On behalf of the Renton School District Board of Directors, with the power vested in me by the state of Washington, it is my privilege to accept the Lindbergh High School graduating class of 2024. Congratulations and caca!
At this time, we will begin the presentation of our graduates. Red gowns to the front, please.
Lawrence Icaro Albo.
Chase Lindblad.
Kyle Asuncion.
Justin Dang.
Myrna Lisbeth Avila Ochoa.
Jamie Irene Huff.
Daisy Alvarado Gutierrez.
Elliot Adams.
Elijah Jeffrey Daniel Benoit.
Diego Dumlau.
Jalen Emmanuel Burks.
Nasteo Abdenor.
Mark Dean Binayag.
Abigail Prado Alendayu.
Soren Erickson Bostrom.
Jasmine Fabria Aninyan.
Kyle Burris.
Eliana Carolina Elias.
Samuel Burlikov.
Diana Berdar.
Grace Daphne Bigham.
Alexander Arthur Agajanian.
CJ Brasher.
Patience Armstrong.
Egan Brookolo.
Fatima Asad Ali.
Quetzali Baragan Mazan.
Alejandro Daniel Batista.
Rosa Isila Cruz Cristosomo.
Lyric Broad.
Adeline Renee Champers.
Zachary Clemens Bowman.
Emery Chin.
Keenan Book.
Haley Claire.
Jairi Jesus Ahmad Barber.
Tam Doan.
Zaire Branch.
Darius DeCastro.
Jacob Brown.
Ishan Dhaliwal.
Sebastian Celestino Batingan.
Javon DeBeek.
Alan Conwin Bowie.
Nikki De Leon Castillo.
Mustafa Osam Al Ashur.
Sean De La Cruz.
Yona Berhane.
Israel Emerson.
Merid Tafese Abebe.
Anna Catherine Edson.
Mohammed Bahar.
Montserrat Encarnacion Esquivel.
Brooklyn Beltran.
Camila Esparza Barragan.
Cheyenne Marie Birch.
Amara Enciso.
Kyler Joseph Brooker.
Chris Ferret.
Jasmine Nari Cruz Abarca.
Sean Alexander Kai Fernando.
Kia Nichelle Chafer.
Ruel Fernandez.
Kate Margaret Asho Conception.
Griffin Frazier.
Beck Chul.
Micah Gainey.
Nathan Castaneda Alvarez.
Isaiah Caprice Garcia.
Carlos Jesus Castaneda Castrojon.
Ivan Omar Guzman Valenzuela.
Mariana Casillas Cervantes.
Riley Keolani Guevara.
Oscar Elijah Cordero.
Mumina Guled.
Nate Callies.
Melvin Mauricio Hernandez.
Justin Chow.
Vanessa Hernandez.
David Decker.
Yana Hudsell.
Melanie Grace Duque.
Candice Clarissa Heredia.
Arlette Flores Gomez.
Kately Ho.
Naomi Cruz Mora.
Caden Inman.
Leslie Chavez Fernandez.
Ryan Iverson.
Celia Cornelius.
Nefi Quebec Geronimo.
Morgan Cameron.
Phoenix Johnson.
Caleb Nathaniel Dakane.
Rabina Kazi.
Angela Dang.
Abdiel Lopez Limas.
Esmeralda Morena Doñez.
Christian Salome Lopez.
Josephine Downs.
Adam Lee.
Holden Doe.
Connor Lee.
Juan Pablo Enriquez Encarnacion.
Laureen Julienne de Gracia Lozano.
Kiera Green.
Ariana Faye Kalau Lorencio.
Ali Hussein Flea.
Sokol Kanya Lee.
Mayana Marie Flowers.
Maliwila Lemafa.
Valencia Celia Johnson.
Saham Mohammed.
Rashenda Garcia.
Abdullahi Mohamud.
Heston Grant.
Matthew McGuire.
Aiden Joseph Hastings.
Brises Pereira O'Neill.
Hayden Craig Garcia.
Emmanuel C. Maliwat.
Damian Grissom.
Daniel Morgado Vasquez.
Annika Martinez Galario.
Angel Mason Delgado.
Kaijon Hughes.
Nada Clarisbet Mendoza Cruz.
Nazim Hassan.
Dana Paula Mendez Bibriesca.
Intisar Hassan Hussein.
Nejwa Mahamud.
John Hussein.
Vanessa Tiffany Mueller.
Zoe Hernandez Holagores.
Samantha Nemugini.
Joanne Avro Tokyo Indalacio.
Jose Alejandro Navarro Jimenez.
Yep. Haitham Idris.
Alan Francisco Ortiz Ramirez.
Tavion Inabnit Let.
Asma Osman.
Marquise Jones Tutweiler.
Sarah Lee Pham.
Israel Jimenez.
Stephen Fan.
Isaac Jex.
Jenny Fan.
Umair Khan.
Juan Morera.
Irene Kenotia.
Sarah Magdalena Rowan.
Annie Kwong.
Giovanni Rodriguez.
Anupreet Kaur.
Alexander Stevenson.
Lona Kamarin.
Alamasi Sickles.
Kamia Malia King Ko.
Jeremiah Edward Sellers.
Kamaya Marie King Ko.
Gavin Swift.
Cameron Ann McCrae.
Nia Sandeep.
Nikita Ketchum.
Komolpreet Kaur Sandhu.
Ksenia Vladimirovna Komar.
Kayla Seychow.
Natalia Latz.
Amael Ruiz.
Angelina Levy.
Ariel Portillo.
Gabriela Morea Meza.
Cassandra Natividad Ortega.
Corinne Zamira Marsh.
Andrea Lizette Hernandez Machuca.
Nael Lima.
Brenda Itzel Sanchez Vasquez.
Finnegan McCaig.
Karina Takeda.
Alexandra Maxwell.
Rizal Tan.
Jeffrey Jaimes Mercado.
Ava Talmadge.
Kiana Isabella Mitchell.
Jacqueline Tran.
Mohammed Mosaddiq Motadel.
Jocelyn Christina Sparing.
Leslie Miranda.
Benjamin Vu.
Carl Benedict Magno.
Latrice Peggy Tooley.
Jay Marcy.
Aisha Wahora.
Zoe Ma.
Pedro Vasquez Munoz.
Isaiah Manning.
John Vu.
Umi Molim.
Adam Warsami.
Ava Manning.
Abraham Vasquez Garcia.
Milani Kamora Ordonia.
Tony Yu.
Alejandro Namatame.
Ruth Johannes.
Alina Mejia.
Yahir Abdessis Yasin.
Alyssa Rose Newman.
Daman Zakulwal.
Shannon No.
Miguel Angel Zambrano Sierra.
Alina Neem.
Annalena Luz Rivera.
Karina Kim Wynn.
Jada Rivera.
Nikita Naturin.
Matthew Rodriguez.
Andrew Harrison Wynn.
Talon Rank Hairtrump.
Tien Dominique Dylan Wynn.
Jared Raymond Rilera.
Anthony Melendres Rodriguez.
Dylan Vera.
Abel Montero.
Haley Jane Person.
Corin Orr.
Ricardo Ponce Ortuno.
Madison Amaret O'Neill.
Lathan Artrell Walker.
Samuel O'Connor Rourke.
Rayana Walton.
Nathaniel Pascual Antonio.
Nevea Walker.
Dylan Jacob Parsons.
Gabriel Turkan.
Raul Perez.
Dino Vitrenyak.
Kayla Pham.
Dylan Carlo Birog Vilez.
Evangel Luaiva Savine.
Jason Vo.
Brenda Reyes Hernandez.
Kevin Yiba.
Caden David Ramirez.
Jaden Romari Smith.
Gavin Reyes.
Maneet Singh Sambi.
Jonathan King Roman Tone.
Jaden Vaughn Taylor.
Jean-Ray Obinyana Perez.
Parker Quinn Sauer.
Anita Sopet Saray.
Najad Osman.
Aaliyah Marie Turn.
Harshita.
Maria Shanazarova.
Pritpal Singh.
Aaliyah Serbano.
Justin Hung Tu.
Tracy Tram Toe.
Carson Umagat. Cadrell Adrian Riganon. Xander Daniel Quinones Marquez. Alma Gabriel Cervantes. Gia Shetindi.
Okay, families, class of 24, seniors, please stand. That's you. I said your first sign. It's all right. You have it. You can have it right there, too.
Now is time for the turning of the tassel. This represents our transition from students at Lindbergh High School to graduates of Lindbergh High School.
Members of the class of 2024, please turn your tassel from the right side to the left side.
As they make their way to their seats, the red gowns are coming forward as we begin recessional. Seniors, stay in your seats until you are released. Seniors, hold. Seniors, stay. Seniors, stay in your spots. Red gowns, you may begin.